Hey, this is Vinny Appice from Sabbath Knights and Dio and Sabbath itself, and you're listening to This Is Metal.
And we also have with Vinny.
No, that's not Jim Crean. That's the ghost of Jim Crean.
Well, we got these guys on here for Sabbath Nights. You guys got some great shows coming up. Why don't we talk a little about what this weekend brings up here? For like August 1st and 2nd. I'm excited about the second because I'm your direct support act in Syracuse. I'm looking forward to that. But aren't you
Oh,
guys in
you better
Buffalo?
be good, man.
We're gonna rock.
All right. You got to kick our ass so we play better.
Absolutely. So Friday night, aren't you guys in Buffalo Friday night? Can we talk a little bit about that so the listeners out there know what's going on?
Yep, we're at the Showplace Theater, iconic Showplace Theater, Friday night, uh, the first in Buffalo, New York. Saturday, we're at Sharky's with you guys. Um, and then Sunday, we're back in Buffalo doing a drum festival. So pretty
Hey,
cool. Good
Jim, do
weekend.
they let Ghost into the Showplace Theater?
They like
I don't
smoky
know if you're
looking.
going to get in.
They like smoky people.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right.
So
I'm only messing around here.
is this the end of the tour for you guys? Because I know you guys have been like all over the United States and the reception. I've seen you guys, everybody's been loving you guys. Is this where the tour finishes up or does it continue on after
Yeah.
Buffalo?
Yeah, it's going to finish up and it's actually going to start there too. 3 days later, it's finished. We're doing mostly fly outs, fly dates. And it looks like, when is that? In December, we got a little bit of a run in California with the whiskey and the coach house. We got the coach house and a couple other gigs. So yeah, we don't do long tours and tour buses and all that stuff. So uh,
Nice.
Jim, that you're messing with it. It went off.
It did.
No, it's
Yeah,
still on.
yeah.
It's still on. I can see it.
So
It's still
anyway,
on.
we're playing a whole bunch of great stuff. We're playing mostly Ronnie James Dio uh, Sabbath songs, a couple of Ozzie songs, but mainly the Dio stuff, and that's the stuff I was involved with. And so it's going to be a great show. The band's great. We got Audie Dillon on guitar, Jim Caputo on bass, and the ghost of Jim Crean on vocals, and me, Mr.
Nice.
Appice, not a piece.
Perfect. Go ahead, Jason. You got a question for him?
Yeah, now you guys have been doing the Sabbath Nights show for the last couple of years, and I was wondering, with all the shows you've done under your belt, any talk of maybe a Sabbath Nights album where you guys either put out like a live album or even go in and record the stuff, in the studio?
Well, we had no plans of that, but if you're going to do an album, it'd have to be a live album. Be
Yeah, yeah,
hard to go in and recreate all these songs,
sure.
and
Yeah.
record them and put them on a record and stuff. So maybe a live album. We did that with Drum Wars. We did a great title. It's called Drum Wars Lives.
Yeah, that's a great one. I
And
got that in my collection. And didn't this actually kind of start off of the ashes of the Drum Wars thing, what you do with Carmine? Because I know Jim was involved with some of those shows as well.
yeah, you know what happened? We did a show opening for Ace Frehley,
Yeah.
and it was supposed to be Drum Wars. So uh, Carmine, I forgot what happened. He got sick or something, right? He couldn't
He had the
make the gig.
nosebleed. He had the nosebleed, and then they wouldn't let him play for a while.
Yeah, so he said, I can't make the gig, but you guys do it. So okay. So we put together the set without the songs we played with Carmine. Like, I'm not going to play "Do You Think I'm Sexy."
Yeah, of course. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Makes sense.
So so we put a set together, and we did like 45 minutes, and it was really a good set. It sounded good. It just moved along. People liked it, and then that kind of was the birth of this. Uh, with putting this together with this band. Although I've been doing this in South America for about 6 years, even before when we did this first thing with Carmine. Because they'd fly me down. They had a really great band down there as well, and we did all the Sabbath tunes, and the response there was incredible. Like, they just love Sabbath, they love Dio, and wow, they're so passionate about the music. It's amazing. So we started doing them here, and we're having a lot of fun, right, Jim?
Oh yeah, I mean, same deal. The response, the crowds have been unbelievable. We just did 2
You
festival
look.
dates. I know
I
it's
can't look at
ridiculous.
you, dude.
I hate it. It's ridiculous.
Is this
Um,
what the people would see? Right? This
Yeah,
is the
yeah.
feed. Yeah.
well,
Okay,
let's.
Jim.
I'm gonna take my camera right off. How's that sound?
Dude,
Oh, they're going to
just
see Jim's aura. They're going to see his aura. He's just
Come to
exploding
life.
with knowledge.
Yeah, yeah.
They do camera off.
the
Whatever.
ghost of Jim Crean.
Like
Yeah.
you've never seen him before.
Yeah.
Hmm.
That's
Well,
from singing all the Sabbath songs. What happens after a while?
Yeah.
well, Jim's actually he's with you guys, but he's got a solo career too. Jim, you want to talk a little bit about that too? Didn't you open
Yeah.
a couple shows for you guys, or aren't you opening a couple shows
Oh yeah.
for Sabbath Nights? Let's talk about the Jim Crean band real quick. Go ahead.
I mean, no. Open for seven. Well, yeah. I mean, I've been doing that since the '90s. So I got 9 solo albums out, and Vinny's on like 3 or 4 of them. So that's been great. I mean, I try and put out an album every couple of years, and I've had some big name artists on there. Like I said, I've had Vinny on a bunch of them. Carmine's been on them.
That's
I
not
mean,
big name
a lot of
artists.
big name guys have been.
Yeah,
But I like writing originals and putting them out, and they do really well. So
You're also in the Buffalo Music Hall of Fame, correct?
yeah, it was a big honor.
come
Being
on. Look at
recognized by my hometown like that, with Goo Goo Dolls and Billy Sheehan and Rick James, Spyro Gyra. So I mean the likes of all those guys, and that's some pretty big heavy hitters right there. But yeah, Buffalo Music Hall of Fame. That was a big honor. I got into that about 6 years ago, and so it's been great. I mean, the Sabbath Knights is the new project. Well, I shouldn't say new. We've been doing this like Vinny said about 3 or 4 years now. But what I was saying earlier is we just got done doing a few festivals, and they were the crowd response was unbelievable.
yeah.
Until it rained, right, Vin?
Yeah, we got up there and we
But
were kicking
we did.
ass for 3 songs. Then it just started pouring rain, horizontal rain. We had the lightning and we had to leave the stage. And then they took our gear down, so we tried to come back and play after half an hour, and then there's no gear. Okay.
I've never seen rain
Next,
like. No.
yeah, that was intense, crazy. But we don't see any rain in California, right, Jason?
Not too often, every once in a great while. And then when it does, it floods, let me tell you.
Yeah. It's like, I wish it would rain more.
Yeah, yeah. Let me ask you, Vin, the cool thing I think with Sabbath Nights, especially now, is you're
Back to
one of the
that show Vinny's talking about.
oh, go ahead, Vinny.
What's that?
I was gonna say the thing with Sabbath Nights I think is really cool now, is for the longest time you're a guy that's kind of still out there playing those Dio tunes that we all love and grew up on. And now with the end of Sabbath, you guys are the ones out there playing both, Sabbath and Dio music. That's pretty cool that you're really part of that legacy, keeping it going.
Yeah, I mean, this is a cool thing. It's kind of like a tribute to Sabbath, but I'm in the band
Yeah.
and I was in the band. So I call it like a tribute plus one, And oh, Jim disconnected. So yeah, it's fun doing this. And I was out there playing the Dio songs the whole time, but I play it correctly.
Yeah.
I know there used to be the Dio disciples, who were good and they played the songs. And I used to say, last in line, we
Hmm.
play some of those Dio songs, but we know all the notes
There you go. Yeah. Yeah.
because we wrote that shit. So
Yeah.
it's fun. So we got
Yeah.
some of that in there too. So it's a great set. Really
Yeah,
kicks ass.
I bet. And did you get a chance to catch the Sabbath event a couple of weeks back?
Oh yeah, I watched the whole thing.
Yeah,
Felt so
pretty.
bad for Ozzie, man. Oh man, I didn't know what condition he was in, and till I saw that, I went, wow. We were wondering how he was going to do it. I heard he couldn't stand. I heard he had some other issues, and then comes out on the chair and he's buckled in. He can't get out.
Wow.
He's
Yeah.
trying to stand. He would have if they didn't belt him in, and he probably they said he would have fallen down. Which is sad.
Yeah.
And I didn't know he was that bad. I love Ozzie, and I know him. I played with him, and he's really a nice guy. Even though he's the Prince of Darkness, he's the Prince of nice guy.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
He's really a nice uh, guy, and he's just Ozzie, and everybody loves him. So we're all gonna miss him.
Yeah, and from what I understand, that his goal was mainly to kind of just do one last show with Sabbath, and
Yeah,
for the fans and say goodbye. And oddly, the way things turn out, 2 weeks later, but he lived out, I guess, things ended the way he wanted in a way.
yeah. That was kind of his daughter Kelly said that was his funeral.
Yeah.
And now I guess they're gonna plan a some sort of other event in Birmingham, procession or whatever they want to call it. So
Yeah.
stay tuned.
Yeah. And Jim, as far as performing these Sabbath songs, what's that like for you? Because I mean, as a singer, I mean, you got to be able to hit those heavy notes, which obviously you can. But how hard is it to do as far as coming up with the set list of songs to do each night?
Jim.
Jim, I think he's frozen.
Well, I mean,
Now he's a frozen ghost.
yeah.
So how about that, Vinny? As far
Can you
as
hear
coming
me?
up with a set list, that can't be too hard. But I mean, is everybody involved with
Frozen. Oh,
with picking the songs?
Yeah, I'm good at putting the songs together that go together well with the tempos and all that and the keys. And then we put it, together. And then somebody might say, well, that sounds like going into that key after this song doesn't work very well, and we'll try it. And that's so hit and miss, and then we put it together. But a lot of it goes together well. And putting a set together, that's one of the important things in doing playing music, like there's this young band, drummers 14 out here near I live, and they're really good. They're called Sugar Fix. All well, three girls in it and two guys, and they're getting better and better and better, but they still need to put the set list together a little bit better. I'm looking forward to helping them with that a little bit. And you don't have to stop after every song. It's kind of like stop. Put a couple songs together, do some big ass endings and start it with the drums, start it with the guitar. So many different things you could do with the set to work better. So we seem to have a good set now, and we look forward to playing it. It's
Of
a lot of
course.
fun.
Okay, I'm going to throw it to you, Tom.
Sure, sure. Well, we continue talking about the set. That's like to me one of the most important things. Whenever we play, like even with the metal hall, we come out, we hit 3 songs in a row or 4 songs before we even say a word. We come out there and just beat them with the music. And I tell you, the crowd loves that. And then when you do stop, they're like, wow, you catch them and
Yeah,
just keep hitting them. Because so many bands is right. The biggest mistake they make, they play one song, they stop. Then they talk
yeah,
or they turn around, they fidget on stage for like 2 minutes. It's like get out there and play the music. But
that's
I have
right.
a question for you. Um, so obviously Ronnie Deal was one of my favorite. I grew up, 30 miles from the movie Dreamers Never Die. I seen you in the movie just playing those old tapes. Did that surprise you to find like them old tapes like that you guys were doing like uh geez, I just went blank, but the old cassette tapes you guys of the practices.
Yeah, well, my intentions were I knew I had the old tapes, and my intentions were to plug it in to hook it up to the computer so I can digitalize it, send it over to the computer so it's a digital copy. So I started doing that, and I came across a lot of interesting things. A lot of them, there's some stuff in there that we recorded from Holy Diver, and you could hear the changes are different as you saw the movie. It's like we didn't go to this part, we went to a different uh, chord, and then but we didn't like that, so we settled upon something else that's on the album. So I came across a lot of stuff. I had a whole box of tapes. I got a lot of Sabbath live stuff, you know. I got all these tapes because I used to get not a monitor mix, but a live mix from the out front sound man. And he'd give me the tapes all the time, and I'd listen to it to learn the set better and blah blah blah. So I got a ton of that stuff, you know. and some of it's in the studio with Theo, and I wish I would have partake in more video and recording when we were making these albums, you know, because
Yeah,
we
yeah.
done
You know, well,
so
the
many things.
technology wasn't even what it is today. I think we have Jim Crean back. How you doing, Jim? Frozen in time. Frozen in time. Okay.
Holy shit!
Good.
Excuse
Can you
me.
hear me?
He's
Yeah,
back.
hear
There he
you.
is.
Yeah,
Are you
I
there,
don't know.
Jim? I guess he's
You got a
frozen.
bad
Ken?
connection.
Yeah, that's all right. He's here in spirit. That's
Yeah.
what counts, right?
Oh man, and he
Well,
looks it too.
I got one more question for you, Vinny.
Yeah.
What was it like to be part of two of the greatest bands? And I think the version with you and Ronnie and Black Sabbath, to me, I love Ozzie. The songs were just superior. And then the building of the Ronnie deal. What was it like to be part? I mean, that is like history to me. There's nothing bigger than those two bands in my eyes. What
Right.
was it like to be in the ground floor with those guys? I mean, the
Well, you
building.
know what? Actually, before Sabbath called me, I got a call from Sharon Osbourne. They was said she told me they're putting a band together around Ozzy Osbourne, and he's in England, and we'd like to fly you to England to see if you guys hang out together and see what's going on. And I was like 22 years old, I was pretty young, didn't know where England was really, and said, "Wow, that okay." I heard he was crazy, so I called up my brother Cornmine because he's been around Ozzy. Said, "Is Ozzy nuts? I got this offer to do this, go all the way over to England." And Carmine told me, "Yeah, Ozzy's pretty crazy, pretty nuts." So that put it in my head, and I actually didn't do it. I said, "Nah, I can't do it at this point." Blah 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 blah. And then about a month or two later, I get a call. Sabbath's in town. They were on the Heaven and Hell tour, and Bill Ward left the tour. Can you? We heard about you. You want to come down and meet Tony Iommi at the hotel in Hollywood? So at that point, I did live in Hollywood. Said sure. So I went down, met Tony. We hit it off. He had an album that I recorded with a band called Axis, and he said, "This is good. This is really good," and had a good drum sound. Andy John was the engineer, Andy Johns, and he goes, "Why don't you come down to rehearsal tomorrow?" Okay, so I go down there, and that's the first day I met Ronnie Geezer and Jeff Nichols, who was the keyboard player. So they go, "What do you want to play?" Tell you the truth, I wasn't a big Sabbath fan. I was more of a Zeppelin fan. And so I've heard Sabbath, and I thought, man, this is some spooky shit, man. When I heard that, oh, my friend played it to me. He said, "Check this out." No, listen. Oh, damn, that's dark. So, but I didn't really know the songs. But I just heard Neon Nights on the radio in the car like a couple days before. So I'm driving around, Neon Nights comes on, and wow, that's Sabbath stuff. The new singer sounds great. I wasn't familiar with Ronnie, and I just thought, wow, this Ronnie kicks ass. So when we went down to jam, he go, "What do you want to play?" I said, "Neon Nights," because I knew it just went and it stopped once. It wasn't like tempo changes and all this other stuff. So that's what we played. And I guess Tony liked the fact that I was playing the snare drum correctly, like da 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 pop pop and do that, that pop pop that. It's like the record. I guess they had some guys come down, they didn't catch that, which that's kind of odd. It's right there. So then they were all happy. "Oh wow, this is cool." So we played a little more. Then they took a break and went to the pub. And they left me and said, "Well, here, Jeff will show you some of the other songs." And I had to learn 12 or 13 songs by the weekend because we're playing some giant outdoor festival in Hawaii. So every waking minute for me at that point was listening to those songs. And then from that transitioned it to Ronnie said, after that was about a year and a half touring the whole bit, "I'm going to leave the band. I'm going to start my own band. I'd like you to join me." Oh, okay. So I could have stayed with Sabbath, but Ronnie offered me this gig. And I thought it would be a lot of fun to start a new band with this great singer. And we got along so well. I said, "Well, what the hell, man? I'm with you. I love Sabbath, love Tony and Geezer, but I'll take a chance and start something new with Ronnie." And that's what I did. And that turned out to be a great move, you know. So it's a pretty good year when you get a call from Black Sabbath and Ozzie's management. You know, that's a pretty good year for somebody.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
a
yeah.
life dream for many. Yeah. Go ahead, Jason.
Yeah, it's getting time to wrap it up, guys. Before we do, though, I think a great place to end this today is you mentioning an offer from Ozzie and Carmine telling you, "Hey, Ozzie's a little crazy." So how surprised were you in 1983 when Carmine got offered the gig and took it?
Of course. I know. I went, there he is. He told me kind of negative things about this, and now he's playing with them. I mean, what are you going to do? It's fun. I was happy
Yeah,
with making something with Ronnie and making Holy Diver
sure.
and the next album. So that's fine. But that's Carmine.
There you go.
That's
And
Carmine.
going back to 1980 when you first joined Sabbath, that was a really great year for metal. I mean, you had Ozzy just released The Blizzard of Oz. Sabbath comes out with Neon, with Heaven and Hell. And people at the time didn't think Ozzy could be replaced, but Ronnie came on board and he I mean, I really love the Dio era. Sabbath myself, I tell you, just great stuff.
Yeah. Ronnie came aboard, gave it new blood and kind of revitalized the band. You know, it sounded a little bit different and it was like, wow, what great songs. They wrote some great songs and then it was a fantastic band. Then I got in the band and then we did the Mob Rules album,
There you go.
which is a little bit more pumped up, I would say, you know, because
Yeah.
the way I played is different than Bill. Bill was more laid back, you know. So um can't complain.
There you go. Well, Vinny, we like to thank you for coming on the show today. And we lost Jim, but it was great having him while he was there. Um,
We
so
certainly did. He's
yeah.
gone.
So I'll let you wrap it up, Tom.
Nope. Looking forward to seeing you Saturday, jamming Saturday. It's going to be a fun day.
We're
I'm from
playing
the
the
Syracuse.
Sharkies, right?
Yes, Sharkies Event Center, Saturday.
Yeah.
It's
Saturday.
going to be
Friday, we're playing the Showplace Theater in Buffalo, and then on the
Sunday in
3rd on
Buffalo.
Sunday.
Yep.
Sunday's
And
in Buffalo, the WNY Drumming Fest. So that should be fun.
Sabbath
excellent.
Nights. All
Everybody that's
right.
watching, we hope they get out there and see this. And we'll get this
Yeah.
out for you real quick. We'll get this up. We got thousands of listeners, so we'll make sure. Actually, tens
Awesome.
of
Thank you, guys. Yeah, everybody come out. It's going to be fun, man. We appreciate your support. We love it. We love you
Bye
guys.
bye, Vinny. Take care.
Thanks for having
Thanks.
me on. Bye bye.
Yep. Thank you, man.